always downgrading other business owners instead of always looking for something wrong in what they're doing. Help them, team up with them, team up with other business owners. That's what this show is about. It's called the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Y'all give us a follow, y'all give us a like and a follow and a share maybe on Facebook and Instagram at Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Thank you for tuning in. First Choice Rico, First Choice Rico on Instagram is tuned in. First Choice Rico, I'm going to stay live on Instagram for just a few minutes, and then we're going to go off of air. And I want you to tune in by either going to our YouTube page or our Facebook page, or you can click that link in the bio on Instagram or on Facebook and tune in from your cars or your mobile devices or your phones. You can tune in right now. We're going to kick this show off. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Y'all, this is a test. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything's good. Okay, everything is good. We're going to keep on going right now. Kenneth Wayne, how's it going, my man?
What's going on?
Introduce yourself to our listening audience, man. Tell them what you do, why you do it, man. Tell them what this show is about right quick.
What I do is I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. Um, own a couple of different businesses. Created this show to create a platform for small businesses, somebody trying to start a business, somebody that's in business, somebody that wants to empower, create, help somebody else. That's what we're here for. We just here to talk it.
Here to talk it like we walk it, right?
That's right.
Here to talk it like we walk it. Y'all share this video all over the world. If you're a business owner, if your sister's a business owner, if your brother's a business owner, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your grandpa, your sister, your brother, your homeboy, your homegirl, tag them in this video. This is a small business powwow, y'all. This is a small business power hour where we uplift, we empower, and we encourage other small business owners. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, where we're trying to be small business owners who talk it like we walk it. Talk it like we walk it. What are we talking about tonight, Kenneth Wayne?
We're going to continue a little bit on our series. We started a series a couple of weeks ago about what to do from A to Z, starting a business. We're going to go and reiterate a little bit on what we talked about. It's been a couple of weeks, so we're going to refresh everybody's mind. We're going to add a little bit to it. Then next week, we're going to jump full-fledged into it. I think we got a big show next week. So we will just kind of go with the flow and just get everything back on track. The weather's been at us a little down and everything else. So then the final starts, and we'll have to get us a TV in
there. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely get us a TV up in here, man, because the finals are definitely about to start, man. Well, since you brought that up, man, tell me, since you brought the finals up, the NBA finals, tell me who you are going with. Are you going to be going with the Denver Nuggets, or are you going to be going with Jimmy Butler up out of Tomball, Texas, man? You riding with Tomball, Texas?
I'm riding with Tomball. I've been riding with him for the last couple of years. He fell short a couple of years ago, but
yes, sir. He's a baller. He's a baller, and I respect his game. I don't think they high powered enough for Denver, but we will see. We thought the same thing with the Milwaukee Bucks. We thought the same thing with the Boston Celtics, and here they are in the NBA Finals. This is just a sidebar, y'all. We're sports fanatics. NBA Finals are coming up, and he brought up we're gonna need a TV installed in here soon so we can watch the NBA Finals. If you are an NBA basketball fan, put in the comments who you are choosing to win the NBA championship. Put it in the comments. Talk to us. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, where we'll be talking business. If you have business owners in your family, tag them in the comments so they can share their thoughts on business world too. Uplift, empower, and encourage. If you would like to uplift, and empower, and encourage other small business owners and create awareness about your brand, make sure you text POWER to 936-333-1969. Let's get back to it, Kenneth Wayne. We are uplifting, we're empowering, we're encouraging. You already know that. Business literacy is very important when you are running a business, is it not?
Yes, it most definitely is. I mean, like we talked about, and we're gonna start, from A all over, briefly run through it. But what we talked about was starting your business. I mean, what to do, how to do it. That's the first thing. Of what you want to do, researching what you want to do, how you're gonna do it, where, how is the income stream gonna be in that field. You know, picking a name. As simple as that. Business a lot of things have to do with picking your name. You can do a lot of things, but if your name is not catchy, if it's not out there to catch the eye of somebody, then you literally don't exist. You have to create an existence for yourself. If you can't create an existence, then you're not going to prosper. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talked about the difference between a LLC, a sole proprietorship, a corporation. We hashtagged on that a little bit. I mean, we talked about what it takes. Are you going to have a partner? And what we're going to talk about tonight is a business plan and financial advising and marketing. We're going to touch on those three things tonight, and that's what we're going to roll with. Just try to get it going, and hopefully we can help somebody. Because I got a lot of calls about the one that we did a couple of weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah, I got a lot of calls about them. So
okay. Before you switch gears, I have to ask you, and this is a serious question. I'm sure somebody else is asking the same thing. You mentioned having the right business name when you're starting a small business. You really think that's important? Your business can be named something that doesn't catch people's eye, and that'll be bad for your business.
yeah, I mean, you know, like I talked about a couple of weeks ago, I own a cake business, and my wife run a cake business, and we named the business, and it was behind my uncle. It was named after my uncle, and we named it. So we talked to somebody that what I'm doing tonight that does that help people and a mentor, and he was like, "You gotta change your name." And I was like, "Why I gotta change my name?" And he was like, "Well, for the simple fact, when I go and try to look you up, I pull you up, and it's 4 different businesses with the same name." And he said it's just too hard. It's too hard for people to find you, then they're gonna go with what they find. Like one thing I've learned in the sales business, if you're there when they're looking for it, you're gonna get it. A lot of people don't, some people don't research quality or they don't research quantity. It's just I'm looking for something and I want it. They're compulsive buyers.
Okay.
And I'm guilty of the same thing. We all guilty of that. If we're looking for something, we ain't got time to go research it. The first person that's there, or the first person that tells us about something, that's what you buy.
That's what you buy. Impulse buying.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, so I had to come up with a name that was creative enough that separated me from everybody else.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we came up with Craving Cakes. Craving Cakes. We just added a K instead of a C in the cravings and a Z on the end of cakes. And that makes me fine. It's unique. And people look at that. They say, well, they took enough time and took enough thought to put into their name, so that lets you know.
Right. That you have to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
You have to stand out from the crowd. Differentiate yourself. Stand out from the crowd is basically what you're saying, correct?
Yeah.
Because if you look like everybody else, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's just another cake company, no big deal." But y'all differentiated all the way down to your name.
Yes.
Craving is not spelled craving. It's spelled craving with a K instead of a C. And cakes is not spelled with an S on the end. It's spelled with a Z.
Yeah.
Very, very, very original. Very original. And you think that most business owners need to do the same. All business owners need to pretty much do the same. Change the spelling. Put a dot in it or something.
And a lot of business owners make the mistake of they want everybody to know that it's their business, but that's necessarily not should be done all the time. You know, some people do, you know, like they want to name the business their last name. They want to name it their first name. You know, they want everybody to know that it's their business, but sometimes it's not good.
Sometimes it's good to just be in the background.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody know you own it.
Yeah.
You know, don't name it Jackson's. My name is Jackson. You don't have to name it Jackson or Malcolm's Place. Name it something else. Name it Rain and Sunshine. Nothing to do with my last name. Nothing to do with my first name. So differentiate your business name. That's very important, correct?
Yeah. And an example is I also own a insurance company.
Yes, sir.
An agency. And the first thing I wanted to do was put my picture on the card, on my business card. And I had an older minority.
Your picture?
Yeah.
Your face?
My face.
Okay.
I had an older minority insurance agent that's been in the insurance business for over 30 years pulling my coattail. I said, you don't want to do that.
Why?
And I was like, why? He said, what you want them to do is not know who they're doing business with. But sometimes it's better just to go off a name only. Don't put a face with it until you got that face-to-face meeting.
Why did he expound upon that? Did he explain himself?
I understood what he was talking about.
What did he mean? What did he mean? Tell me.
Well, being a minority business owner, some people don't want to do business with a minority.
That's a shame, isn't it?
So, but you got to be careful.
In 2023, that's still a problem.
Business is business.
Mm-mm-mm.
Business is business. You know, I mean, I'm not racist or anything, but you know that. But that's, sometimes that's the way it is. You know.
And sometimes you have to. That's part of being business literate.
Then it went back to something that I experienced early on in my insurance career. Worked with State Farm and had a big realtor company.
Yes, sir.
And my agent passed along some business that needed to be done. I mean, it was a big book of business. And I could never get this realtor. She had like, I think maybe 15 agents working for her. And she would never talk to me. I called and I called and I called. So I went back to my agent and I was like, you know, what's going on? You passed this lead on to me. And he told me sometimes they just want to do business with the person's name that's on the door.
Say it again.
Sometimes they just want to do business with the person's name that's on the door.
They don't want to do business with nobody else.
So I understood what that meant. I could read between the fine lines. I understood what that meant.
It's crazy that we go through these things as business owners, but you have to think about more than just opening up a business, don't you?
I mean, it's a lot of things that you have to deal with. I mean, and being a small business up and coming, you know, like I talked about the cake business. I went through and I've looked at different stuff and, you know, things that we did and you learn from your mistakes.
Yes, sir.
That's one good thing that you do. And I mean, I was just the other day, I was just sitting down and I saw something that I didn't like. It was on my cake page. And I was like, okay, well, I'm coming up with this. We delivered a cake.
Yes, sir.
To a wedding venue for a wedding. And we got there, nobody was there to deliver the cake. So we sat there for an hour in the car, in the heat, with the AC running, with a cake. We somebody showed up. The wedding planner was not there. The wedding planner was at the wedding venue somewhere else. We took the cake in. So we took the cake in. Well, you got people setting up while the cake is there. You know, so we set the cake up and we leave because we just paid to deliver the cake, not babysit the cake.
Right.
So we get in the venue, we set the cake up. Well, you know and I know we live in Texas.
Yes, sir.
And cakes are not made of clay.
No. No.
So if you don't keep that cake cool, then it starts to melt. So we left it in the venue. Everything was fine. We took the pictures of it. And that's one thing that I hashtag pictures, because if something goes wrong, it's yours once I deliver.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If you know, we went to a cake place when we first bought our first cake here in Houston, and a lady made us sign a waiver. When you walk out that door, it's yours. If you walk out the door and fall on the sidewalk, it's yours. We're not responsible for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we take this cake to this venue and we set it up. We take the pictures, which we do with everything. We leave. Well, you got people setting up tables. You got people bringing in chairs. You got people setting up decorations. Well, they have the doors open.
So it's hot now.
It's hot.
It's hot as hell. I can imagine. Okay.
So cakes are made of icing.
Mm-hmm. And they blamed y'all.
Yeah. Lady came calling us. Well, the cake started to melt. Yeah, it's
You have to refrigerate
it's
it.
August
Mm-hmm.
in Houston,
Yes, sir.
and we deliver on the time that you say deliver.
Right.
You know, so that was one. So I had to come up with something now, because something as big as a wedding cake, I have to make you sign that piece of paper saying that you're liable for it once it's delivered. You know, I mean, we have to get our money back. So, and that's the hardest thing to do, like now, is people don't want to pay a delivery fee and they buy a $300 cake, but you don't want to have it delivered.
Right.
Okay, well, when you come and pick that cake up and you leave with that cake and you go stop at the mall or you go stop at Walmart and it's the humidity is ridiculous, you know, and a lot of people need to understand that, but you know, you can't get them to understand that.
Can't get them to understand that it's all your responsibility, and they don't want to take any responsibility. But so when you got there, we've dealt with that a little bit at the restaurant and the daiquiri shop, where people would book birthday parties. People would book birthday parties. So when they came through the door with their birthday cakes, the first thing we told them was, "Come on, I'll take it and I'll go put it in the refrigerator." They didn't have anybody in place to usher y'all towards the refrigerator. They just had y'all.
Nobody there. I mean, we sat there for an hour waiting for somebody to show up. And then finally, when they did show up, it wasn't the planner. It was the planner, the people that worked for the planner.
That's crazy that they blamed you. They blamed you. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Please tag other business owners to the video. Every Monday night, we try to get together on this show and talk business. Every Monday night, we try to get together and empower, encourage, and uplift other small business owners. If you're a small business and you want to create awareness about your brand, your organization, all you have to do is text POWER to 936-333-1969. That's text POWER to 936-333-1969. And we'll sit you right up here next to Kenneth Wayne. This is Kenneth Wayne Lattimore. He is an insurance broker. He's also, him and his wife are also in the cake industry. They create beautiful beautiful cakes for your weddings, for your birthdays, big, huge, beautiful, beautifully created cakes, beautifully crafted cakes. And that is what they do. He's also in the insurance. He likes to say all the time, don't wait until your loved ones pass away and start posting GoFundMe's and you're gonna cook plates of food and sell them. And when you all you need is insurance. All you need is insurance. You know, we go out and we buy all these expensive cars and these the jewelry and expensive shoes and Jordans, but we never think about life insurance. So tonight, it's all about business literacy tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Y'all give our pages some follows, some likes, and some shares on our videos. We're live on YouTube right now. We're live on Real Talk 100 Power Hour. We're live on Real Talk 100 Radio. If you know business owners, tag them tonight because this show is about business literacy. I'm about to get off of the live Instagram, and I want y'all to either click the link in the bio or go to our YouTube page or our Facebook page and finish watching the show. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour on Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all, tag business owners. This is a powwow for business owners. We're all about encouraging them, uplifting them, and empowering small business owners. There's no hate here at Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all, please share the video all over the world. We want to encourage, uplift, and empower small business owners all over the world. Kenneth Wayne, let's get back to it. Business literacy. It's very important. You said
Yes, it is.
that we are business literate. We've already talked about having the right business name. We've talked about having your name stick out from the crowd. Be original with your name.
That's right.
We've talked.
Like I was just saying with the story I was just saying, I say that, I'm not saying that to bash my business, but that's part of being business. I mean, you're going to run into problems like that. You have to be prepared. You have to have your paperwork together. You have to have everything together. You just can't be a fly by night. Because if you don't have a financial person in place to keep up with everything, you're not a business, you're a hustler. You're a hustler. You're not a business. If you take that money out that you made and take it out of your business account, stick it in your pocket, or take the money that somebody pays you, stick it in your pocket and go to Walmart, go shopping, or go whatever, and don't put it back into your business. You're a hustler, you're not a business.
You're a hustler, not a business. Exactly. And a lot of people do that, man. A lot of people do that. A lot. Too many.
Yeah, I found myself doing it. I mean, you do it. It's because it's there.
Right.
If you don't have the advice of somebody helping you grow, you stay stagnant.
Right.
I mean, so if you spend your money on other things and not putting it back into your business, and that's the next thing we come into, you have to have that financial person because you have to pay them taxes at the end of the week. And trust me, it's getting to the point where you used to could hide and lie and steal, but it's coming to an end. There's so many people after this pandemic that created businesses and have their own businesses. They are cracking down now on what you can write off.
Yep. Too many people led them to the fire, I like to say.
Yep.
Too much smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Yep.
We have
if you get too close to it, you're going to get burned.
Gonna get burned every time. I'm not sure who Facebook user is, but Facebook user says, "What up, fellas?" I'm not sure who that is. Facebook user, Facebook is hating on you right now. They don't want us to see your name. Put your name down in the comments, Facebook user. At 7:51, they said, "What up, fellas?" Mr. Bruce George is on here. He says your cakes are the best cakes ever. Miss Cassandra M. Webb, owner of JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue, said, "Wow," when you said your comment about putting your money in the right places. Don't put it back into the business. Excuse me. Always put your money back into your business. Don't spend it frivolously here and there. It always should be reinvested back in your business. Mr. Cassandra Webb said, "Wow." She also said, I know that's right. Even taking your own money to pay your employees and get supplies is what I won't say. I won't say we did it. I won't say they did it. I won't say nobody did it. But yeah, she's making a point right there.
That's what you do. I mean,
Take money
you
out of
want your business to succeed, but
so you're taking money out of your own pocket.
I mean, that's what you're gonna have to do when you first start. I mean, it's just unless you got investors or you got somebody else with you, it's gonna take a little bit of your own money. But you have to have that financial person to keep them books to make sure that you get your money back, and then that your business is stay thriving. Because if not, you look up and you're in the hole. And trust me, it don't take but 2 weeks to go into the hole. It takes 2 weeks to go into the hole.
The snap of a finger.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The snap of a finger. And Lady Cassandra Webb said we all did it. That's right, Lady C. We went through hell at JW's place. We went through hell at Daiquiri Soul, and they were with us the whole time. They were at JW's place, their first location, and while we were at Daiquiri Soul, and we were doing the same things you're talking about right now. And at some point, we're gonna have to do it right. And I tell Lisa all the time, next time we open up something, we're gonna do it right, from the credit, personal and business, all the way to the financial advisor and the CPA. We had a CPA, but the CPA, come to find out, was misleading us. They were misleading us to put money in their own pocket. But y'all tag other small business owners in this. This is a small business powwow. Please like, share, and comment on the video. Especially if you're a small business owner like Lady Cassandra Webb here. This is the owner of JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. We're temporarily closed right now, y'all. We will be open again very, very soon. Very, very soon. Thank you, Lady C, for chiming in tonight. Lady C, we're talking about being business literate tonight. And this is Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore. He's an insurance agent, and he's also, him and his lovely wife are also in the cake making business. If you need a cake for your upcoming event, your wedding, tell them what you do with the cakes. What events do you bake cakes for? All events?
We do all events. We are basically one tier above your average cake bakers. Decorators. We are decorators, not bakers.
Decorators.
So most of, there's a difference between a cake baker and a cake decorator. We don't do normal cakes. And I'll just put that out there. We do decorative cakes. We had to solidify ourselves. We had to solidify our business, because we were to the point where we was making 6 cakes to make the amount that we make when we make 1 cake now. So, it was time, like I said, you get to a point where you have to grow. You cannot stay stagnant. During the holidays, we had started making, regular cakes and all that, but you got your fly-by-nighters like everybody else, that, well, I shouldn't call them fly-by-nighters, but, you got your other decorators that are just starting out, that were in the position that we were in, but that's one thing that I'm reiterating on is a business plan. If you have a business plan, you cannot stay at the same place. I can't make $25 and $30 cakes. Walmart does that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to compete with Walmart because I can't compete with Walmart. They're already established. They already got their money. You can go to Walmart and get frozen cake. Or you can come to me and get a fresh cake.
Yes, sir.
And people have their opinions, just like everything else. In business, you're going to go through it. But you have to establish yourself and create an identity. If you don't have an identity, then you're in trouble. So my identity had to start at decorative cakes. We decided that's what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to stick to. That's what we were mentored, and like we're doing here. I had to go get a mentor. I had to go get somebody because it was just driving us in the ground, making 4 and 5 cakes to make $100. And yeah, do you got orders out the door? Yeah, I had orders out the door. But what good was it doing me?
None.
When the burnout factor was there.
Burnout factor. You were spinning in the mud.
That's right.
Spinning in the mud.
I was there right on that pinwheel.
Yes, sir.
Just running and running and running and not going nowhere.
And
so, I mean,
so ever since you got your mentor, things have turned around.
Got a mentor, things slowed down.
Okay.
But they turned around.
Okay.
You know, and what I mean by that is having identity means that I have standards that I have to stick to. I have goals that I have to stick to, and that's part of a business plan. I mean, you got, and if you own a business, you gotta have a business plan. You can't just jump out there and do everything and just because it's making money. Because I was at this point, I'm gonna tell you, my business aspect of things was, and this would made it successful at the beginning, but I had to step back and take a look. If I spend 25 and I make 27, I made 2.
If you spend, say it again.
If I spent 25, and
25,
I made 27,
and you made 27,
I came out ahead.
That's
the way I thought.
Okay, but that's not right. That's not right at all. Before you go any further, you have to cover your expenses, your overhead, your gas. You have to cover all of that and put all that in the price. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah.
So $2 is not going to cover all that.
No.
That's right. That's right.
So sometimes you have to fall back and think and take a look at that. And you know, that's what the mentor told us. You're going to lose customers, but you're going to gain. You're going to lose quantity, but you're going to gain quality. And sometimes that's what's really important. You know what I'm saying? You can own a business and have 300 customers that use you because you're cheap and they're getting over on you. And you got Joe Blow that's 3 blocks over with the same business that you got that doesn't have the headache that has 100 customers and making more money than what you got.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying by identity. You know, you have to have an identity. If you don't have an identity, then you know you're just flapping in the wind. You're just making money. Anybody can make money.
Anybody.
But not everybody can run a business.
Anybody can make money, but not everybody can run a business. And Mr. David Lamont is tuned in on YouTube. Thank you, Mr. David Lamont. Please share our YouTube video. He says everything you're saying is true so far. About what was the last topic you were on? Having a business plan, having a direction. He says that's true. Thank you, David Lamont. Thank you. Quantity. No, he was commenting on quantity. Quality over quantity. When you said it's better to have 100 clients than 1,000. You could be making more money with just that 100 customers than you would with 1,000. Sometimes quality is better than quantity, and Mr. David Lamont said that's true. And
like Tyler Perry said. Tyler Perry said it best. You can have a lot of things going on and not nothing going on at the same time.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on, but not nothing going on at the same time because you so busy focusing over here that you can't see what's going on over there. Sometimes that's, you know, and I mean, we all have to sometimes just take a step back. You know, and I mean, that's where your business plan. A business plan starts off with what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, what you're going to make, how you're going to establish it. You know, a lot of people don't even understand what a business plan is, and we're gonna get on that. You know, next time a business plan. We're gonna start from A to Z on a business plan because that's very important. A business plan and goals. You know, we've talked about goals on this starting off this show. Goals. Short-term goals, long-term goals, medium goals. If you don't have goals of where your business is going, it's going nowhere.
Your business is going nowhere, is it?
Nope.
You got to have a goal. You got to have a short-term goal and a long-term goal at all times. Explain that. Why?
Because what it does is it creates growth. It gives you something to strive for. You know, my friend had a picture of a Bentley on his screensaver. And I mean, that Bentley, I was like, what is he doing with a Bentley on the screensaver? He bought a Bentley. He said, that was my goal. Every morning I turned my computer on, I saw that Bentley. So it reminded me of what I had to do that day to achieve that goal to get closer and closer to buying that Bentley.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, goals. You have to have goals. You got to have goals in life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many people start off the new year? I'm going to work out. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to eat right. And 3 weeks into the new year, it's all over out the window.
A bunch of people.
You want to know why?
Why? Because they don't.
You start off crashing instead of sliding slowly into it.
Okay.
What did I just say? You got so many things going on that you ain't got nothing going on.
Got so many things. That's the quote from Tyler Perry. He quoted a few minutes ago. If you're just now tuning in, quote from Tyler Perry is, you can have a lot of things going on and nothing going on all at the same time because your focus is too many places. And we've been told that before. We've been told that by you. We've been told that by several other people. And we do realize it. Sometimes we pull back. I have to make my counterpart pull back because she cannot sit still. If it doesn't work in the first 6 months, that we need to go this way. And I'm like, nope, we need to stay right here on this path that we're on and focus on what we have, not on what we don't have. So, yes, sir.
That's where those goals come in. That's where setting those goals come in. I mean, you have to. You gotta set goals. You have to. There's just no. And I used to be not a firm believer of that. I used to be not a firm believer of things that was going to work. I mean, I went to all these insurance seminars and I went to all these sales seminars, and I was the one that went back to my desk and said, I'm getting paid anyway. I don't care. I'm gonna get my check anyway.
Right.
So it don't matter. I don't care what they talking about. It's a different thing when nobody's writing a check at the end of the week.
It's a different thing. And I'm sorry. Facebook user was the Elegance for Less couple. They put their business up here. Elegance for Less is a furniture company in Katy, Texas. Y'all put their information up on the screen. Unique and have it to stand out. Real talk. He said that's why they named Elegance for Less, to stand out. So,
Mr. Byron, shout out to Byron.
If you're in the Katy, Texas area, Elegance for Less, y'all check that small business out. They need the support from our community. That's what they need at Elegance for Less on Instagram and Facebook, I believe. Y'all follow them at Elegance, the number 4 Less. That's how we do it at Real Talk 100 Radio. Uplift, encourage, and empower. Elegance for Less. Mr. Bruce George, Miss Cassandra Webb. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. This hour has passed by rather quickly. We have a show coming up. I hope the guest is here. We're going to start that show in about 10 or 15 minutes. How do we want to end the show tonight, Kenneth Wayne?
Well, what we want to do is we want to end this show about, this is what I want to say. I want anybody that's starting a business, anybody that has a business, sit down and put some thought process into it. What can you do to make it better? What can you do to move forward? I mean, what can you do to move that business forward? Can you can I cut this off? Some things you're gonna have to cut off. Some things you're gonna have to pick up. I mean, but it will happen for you. It will happen for you. I mean, you just have to put some thought process into it. I mean, it's just not making money, hand and foot, getting up every day going to make money and not putting any thought into it.
That's
Then
right.
the days go by and you're not putting any thought into it because you're staying at the same place.
Stagnant.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
mean, so and I'm back to that McDonald's thing. They don't just stand still. They may bring you something for a season and it's gone. The McRib, they'll bring it back for a season and then it's gone.
then it's gone again.
But what do? They give you the McRib to get you into the door to start eating McDonald's again.
Right. Right. The all new McRib is back. It's not all new. We bringing it back though.
It's a marketing technique.
Yeah.
It's a marketing technique. And I mean, like, say for instance, perfect example, my boy Byron over there at Elegance for Left. If it ain't right, he's gonna make it right. That's his motto over there. And I mean, he's been successful and growing. And growing. He brought his lovely wife in and kind of restructured everything the way it was going. I mean, and hey, it backed up a little bit and then it took back off 100 miles an hour.
I like the way you said that. If it's not right, he's going to make it right.
That's right.
And that's the attitude a small business owner should have. Don't be arguing with your customers and telling them you're wrong and get out the store. No, make it right. Make it right. Make them feel happy that they came to your store. Make them feel happy that they ran into you today. Make them feel happy that they came into your store to support you. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah, customer service.
Customer service is a must.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about business plans and customer service on the next show. I mean, because you got to have it to survive.
Yes, sir. Why?
You know that in the music industry. Nobody buys your music, then you don't make no money.
That's right. None. If your customer service is off, nobody wants to come. Nobody wants to come to your small business if your customer service sucks. And that's what happens with a lot of small businesses. That's why they go out of business so soon, because the employees don't care, all the way up to the owners. And that's sad. You have to concentrate on customer service. And so what do you say to the small business owner that is struggling in that area? Should they hire these management companies, these management agencies, if they can't find the right employees, or should they just run the company themselves?
You got to get somebody that you train yourself, that you can trust. You got to have that one person. I mean, if you don't have that one person, it's just not there. And I've been around, I've had the privilege of being around Mr. Bruce George. And I mean, people may not know that they saw the show Sweetie Pies and what happened on TV, but I got to see him really in action. I got to see him, and that's what he takes the most pride in.
Customer service.
His customer service is far beyond the food. The food comes second.
Food comes second.
That's just the way it was rained. I mean, and I didn't realize that until I was around him, and that kind of rubbed off. I was like, oh man, this dude is really strict. And I mean, you gotta go. If your customer service ain't up to par, you gotta go with him. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, that's one main thing that you have to be is how your business is presented.
When we reopen, we're thinking about having a management company oversee it, run it, and we just stay in the background, because trying to hire employees these days that actually care about your business.
But you can't do it yourself. You have to have a manager. You got to have somebody you trust.
Right.
You got to have somebody you trained yourself. Management companies are good, but I'm a stickler for I got to get in the trenches to do it, but they expect somebody else out of it. That way they can't get over it. You know what I'm saying? You can hire a management company, but that management company teaches those employees
Yes.
their way, not your way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The management companies?
Yeah, they teach them their way, not your way. Well, I'm a firm believer of if I'm gonna hire somebody, I'm gonna teach them how to do it to hire somebody else how to do it. But in order for them to respect me, I got to get side by side with them and do the same thing that they do.
There you go. There you go. They have to be your like they say on the football field and the basketball field. I need a coach on the floor. I need a coach on the field.
That's right.
I need them to rub off. I mean, I need to rub off on them. That's exactly what we're thinking of doing if we reopen because the employees these days don't care about your brand.
And the thing about it is, when you have a brand, and then I'm gonna close with this. I want everybody to take this. If you want somebody to treat your business like it's their business, you got to pay them like it's their business.
Say that again. If you want somebody, say it again.
If you want somebody to treat your business like it's their business, you got to pay them.
Why is that? I already know, but I want you to explain to our listening audience.
Because if they see you making all the money and they're making pennies, but they're running your business, then how can you expect them to give it 100?
You can't really. You can't.
It makes you feel good to show up to run something and you getting paid to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel good. You've been in the same predicament I am. We all been street pharmacists. We've all been street pharmacists. And who brings your money back? The dude that you're paying.
The dude that you're paying top notch. He gonna come back with your money.
But he's gonna make sure everything else is right because he want to keep his money coming.
That's right. Valid point. Valid point. And customers told us that at both locations, and we didn't think we had any right to go over the government's head and change pay rates. We had no idea. They told us you're supposed to pay waiters and waitresses $2.50 an hour, and we looked at each other like, what? But they said that's what you're supposed to pay them because they get tips. Well, we had customers coming to us saying, y'all are slave drivers, and we're going, do you see my skin? I'm not slave drivers, And yes, before I get jumped on, I know black soul blacks and white soul blacks. I know all of that. That's a different show, a different topic, but I didn't want them looking at me like I was a slave owner. Because we weren't paying our staff. What are we supposed to pay a waiter? I've never, we're new in the industry. We were selling daiquiris. This time we were selling soul food. We had no idea we could pay them $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 an hour, $12 an hour. We had no clue, but now that
the waiter is your face.
That waiter's my
waiter is your mouth for your product. And if that waiter's happy, your customers are happy. How many times have you been to a restaurant and you get somebody, hey, how you doing today? I'm fine, how you doing? They talk to you. Then you get somebody, hey, how you doing? What you want?
Plenty. I've seen that plenty of times. Plenty of times where staff does not care, and then I go to somewhere else and the staff is, hey, how are you doing? What can I get for you today? Can I get you some water? Can I get you some tea? Can I get you some more chicken? Can I get you? They're all over us. And, sometimes it's because they're getting paid more, but sometimes it's just because they're looking at the upward mobility in that company.
And I mean, sometimes it's the little thing. Like I was in Ohio, and then I'm done. I was in Ohio about a month ago, and I went to this restaurant, and it's called Bob Evans.
Bob Evans.
Yeah, we seen Bob Evans. They sell the mashed potatoes and the macaroni and cheese in the grocery store that you can heat up in the microwave. Well, what they did there was, and I said, it's pretty decent. You would order a drink, And they will bring you 2 drinks at a time
Make sure you were satisfied.
to make sure you were satisfied.
That's smart. That's smart. That's
Oh my God, what a marketing tool. You know, you noticed the little small thing.
right. Right.
Because when you first sit down, you thirsty. You go through that first drink before you can even order your appetite.
Yes, sir. And when I go to restaurants, I say that anyway. I say, hey, I drink a lot of water. Can I have 2 waters, please? Because I know that first one is gone.
Yeah.
It's gone already, and I just sat down. So, yeah, that's a great marketing tool. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But we are at the end of the show tonight, y'all. We have another show coming up right after this one. It's called the After Dark of Malcolm and Lisa Show. Kenneth Wayne, you wanted to close it out?
Just
Business literacy.
Like I say, just put it. I mean, put some thought into it when you start. I know somebody out there thinking about starting a business. I mean, I get a lot of people calling me talking about how can they start and all this kind of stuff. But you gotta put some thought into it. If you don't come with a business plan, if you can't come to me and tell me what you're thinking about doing and how you're gonna do it, then you just waste your time. You starting. I mean, you got to put some effort into it to start. And you have to look at what you're doing. Is it going to be successful? Is it going to succeed? Or is it going to last 6 months and it's going to fall off? That's what you have to decide. Is it a hustle or is it a business?
Is it a hustle or is it a business? Is it going to have any longevity?
Exactly.
Or is it going to be here tomorrow? I mean, excuse me, here today and gone tomorrow. That is what Mr. Kenneth Wayne is saying tonight. Small business owners, think about it before you open a small business. It's not a cakewalk. It's not for the weak. You need to be business literate. You need to have the right business name. You need to have a mentor. You need to have a business plan in place. You need to have a mentor because you've never been here before. A lot of you have never been here before. And if you have, maybe you can be your own mentor. But in a lot of cases, you still need somebody who knows more than you do. That's what we talked about in brief tonight. We want y'all to join us every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on our Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, where we uplift, we encourage, and we empower small business owners. Why? Because it's so hard for small business owners to get support and love from the community, from other small businesses, from society as a whole. So we get together here every Tuesday night to be the uplifter, the one who empowers, and the one who encourages right here at Real Talk 100 Radio. It was Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore's idea. He is an insurance agent. If you're ever interested in life insurance, car insurance, health insurance, home insurance, any kind of insurance, make sure you call Lattimore Insurance. Lattimore Insurance. Instead of waiting until your loved one passes away, God forbid they pass away, you don't need to be scrambling around selling plates so that you can bury your loved one. You don't need to be putting a GoFundMe on your account, on your Facebook account, your Instagram accounts. No, you need a good insurance, man. Lattimore Insurance is who you call. Where do they reach you at, Mr. Lattimore?
They can reach me at 979-337-1482.
Repeat.
979-337-1482. Or you can shoot us an email at lattimore.insurance@gmail.com.
At gmail.com?
Yep.
At gmail.com. There's the email right there.
Website coming soon.
Website is coming soon. I'm putting it on the screen right now. Contact lattimore.insurance@gmail.com. If you need life insurance, health insurance, like I said, I hate to keep sounding like a broken record, but a lot of us trust GoFundMe too much when you can have a life insurance policy for $50 a month, $100 a month. It's worth it to bury your loved ones. It's worth it in life Sometimes you can use that as your bank. That's another show. We'll talk about that soon. We talked about his insurance company. We talked about being business literate for those of you who are planning on opening a small business. Those of you who are already in business, we've talked about being business literate, and we've talked about the cakes that Mr. Lattimore makes as well. I'm putting them on the screen right now. If you're in the market of a wedding cake, a birthday cake, a wedding anniversary cake, a cake for a big gala, any kind of cake, these are the kind of cakes that Mr. Lattimore's other company makes at Craving Cakes, y'all. Craving Cakes is the name of his company. I put it up in the comments earlier. It's spelled distinctly right here. Y'all follow. Craving Cakes. That's spelled correctly. That's KravingCakez on IG and Facebook. They make beautiful cakes, don't they? Make beautiful cakes for any event that you can think of. Y'all give them a call. Give them a call. So this is one of the stars of the show is Mr. Lattimore, Mr. Kenneth Lattimore of Lattimore Insurance and Craving Cakes, y'all. If you need life insurance, health insurance, you need a cake for your next event, make sure you give him a call. And I'm going to make sure his phone number gets up here this time. It is 979 337 1482 1482 is his number. If you're interested in a cake or some insurance, make sure you give him a call. I'll make sure his number gets up there right now. That brings our show to an end tonight. We hate to end it, but we got to get out of here. Lulu's Hair Barn and Beauty Supply says, great show and some beautiful cakes. Lulu's Hair Barn, thank you for tuning in. Share the video for me, Lulu. Thank you so much. Great show and beautiful cake. She says, thank you. I wish, Lulu, put down where you're listening from. Everybody that's watching tonight, please like, share, and follow us. Please share the video all over the world and tell us where you're listening to tonight. Make sure you share the video in your city, in your town, in your state, in your country. We want everybody to know who the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour is. That's all we got tonight, but y'all keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio for the next hour, hour and a half, because we've got a music artist coming in right now on our After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. He's out in the studio, out in the lobby, excuse me. We're going to come right back. We're going to listen to some music, his music. We're going to spin it live on the radio. We're going to interview him live on the radio. His name is Bag-A-Lot, y'all. That's all we got tonight from the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Thank everybody. We thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everybody that's tuned in on our website. And thank you, everybody that's tuned in on our live feeds. If you're tuned in on Kenneth Wayne's live feed or our live feeds, share the video all over the world. And she's listening from Huntington, West Virginia. Share the video. Let everybody know who Craving Cakes is in Huntington, West Virginia. If somebody ordered a cake from Huntington, West Virginia, is that going to be a problem getting it to them?
Well, I'm working on that now.
You're working on it? Okay.
I'm working on that now.
Oh, right.
But you can order, and I can get you something where you can taste it.
There you go, Lulu. If you have anybody in Houston, make sure they know who Craving Cakes is. Make sure they know who Lattimore Insurance is. I'll put the names up there one more time. We got to end this show, but I want y'all to listen to our next show. Listen to our next show. That's the owner of Craving Cakes, IG and Facebook sitting in front of you. And he's also the owner of Lattimore Insurance. And that's how you get health insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, home insurance, because we don't need to be doing GoFundMes when our loved ones pass away. We need some life insurance. We need some health insurance to make sure we can go to the doctor, get our teeth cleaned, make sure we have a clean bill of health. Good night, everybody. This has been the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, where we uplift, we empower, and we encourage small businesses every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you would like to highlight your business, create awareness about your business, all you have to do is text POWER to 936-3 936-333-1969. That's text power to 936-333-1969. We're out of here for right now. But up next is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show live on Real Talk 100 Radio. We'll see y'all in a few minutes.